Welcome to Som Vihar, a posh colony in South Delhi. During summer, when most Delhiites face water crunch, surprisingly, residents of Som Vihar are quite comfortable. No midnight wait for trickling tap, no hassles to get a bucket full of water. Beneath the astonishing achievement lies a unique partnership between residents and government machinery. Under Delhi government's Bhagidari scheme, residents of Som Vihar adopted rainwater harvesting measures and recycling of used water. Today, water is not a scarce commodity for residents of Som Vihar, but they understand the real value of each drop of water. Delhi government's Bhagidari scheme has several such feathers in its cap. Since the inception of Bhagidari approach of governance in the year 2000, a perceptible change in the quality of life of citizens has occurred, encompassing various spheres of daily life, from sanitation to safety and security, from conservation of environment and natural resources to empowerment of women, and from multitude of civic problems to education and health. Prior to implementation of Bhagidari scheme, redressal of civic problems and grievances was a bitter experience for Delhiites. Besides wastage of time and toiling, the transactions were not transparent. Long queues and hassles with officials were common scenes in service-providing government departments. Supply of water and maintaining a clean and pollution-free environment were regarded as the sole responsibility of government. People's participation was almost negligible. Lack of coordination and cooperation between security agencies and citizens had put the security in shambles. In this dismal scenario, Bhagidari emerged as a silver lining in the dark clouds of capital's horizon.
For more than 50 years of independence, people still do not feel that they are part of government and they are the government. They still feel the government and they are separate and they have no role to play in government. This is probably because they were under a colonial rule for a number of years and also under the kings and queens, and always they left everything to the government. Even today they think that government is the Maibam. This has to change. In a democracy, people have equal right and also responsibility in governance, and this change has to be brought about. Bhagidari citizen-government partnership is in this direction.
Grand success of Bhagidari scheme can be felt and experienced in every nook and corner of this sprawling capital across different classes of the society. Government believed that for a responsive and participative governance, citizens' involvement is a must. Hence, the concept of Bhagidari emerged, which means partnership in Hindi, or we may call it participation of the citizen groups with the government for overall improvement in civic facilities and other related areas.
Development program launched by the government often doesn't reach the real man, and at times there is not adequate cooperation from people. After Bhagidari, now things are planned jointly. After demand has come from the people, it is understood by the executives of the state, then planned, and then the residents, they become partner in implementation also.
To implement the Bhagidari concept on a realistic platform, wide consultations were held with various citizen groups such as resident welfare associations, the market and traders associations, and NGOs working for the cause of social development. Discussions were also held to take vital inputs from related government departments, namely Municipal Corporation and New Delhi Municipal Council, Delhi Development Authority, Delhi Vidyut Board, Delhi Jal Board, Delhi Police and Department of Environment and Forest. Now, these departments are playing a central role in the implementation of Bhagidari program by becoming a participating member in the whole process. But there were many challenges to tackle. Bringing together a larger number of citizen groups and government officials on a common platform was not an easy task.
Initially, there was skepticism, there was a doubt in the minds of the residents. As it happens, the mindset of Indians anywhere, they are having a negative bent of mind that nothing is going to happen, nothing is going to be achieved. But then that negative mindset we could change over a period of time by constant goading, by constant talking to them that this is the only way, you must come forward and take an active role in making this scheme a success. They did realize ultimately. Of course, they had to be taken to the various workshops organized by Delhi government and the NCT with the help of Accord, the consultancy firm.
To implement the Bhagidari scheme, the coordination is being done centrally by the Bhagidari cell in Chief Minister's office. Brainstorming deliberations among representatives of citizen groups and public utility departments positioned on a table opposite one another delivered practical and simple solutions. Recommendations were sent to respective departments for implementation. Regular meetings were held to implement and monitor solutions. Delhi Jal Board, a major stakeholder, has involved RWAs to implement water conservation and rainwater harvesting techniques in various residential colonies. Replacement of old and leaking pipelines was another important issue to be tackled with citizens' involvement. Payment and collection of water bills, distribution of water through water tankers, and maintenance of internal colony sewage system were other issues selected for participatory solution.
You see, this major initiative which has been kicked off by the Chief Minister to have Bhagidari is dependent upon our transparently sharing information with the people in the area. We meet the residents of the area, their representatives on a regular basis, share their problems, explain our position and try and tackle their problems as it is. Problems relating to quality of water, less supply of water, interrupted supply of water, etc., including billing problems. A major thing that we have done with the resident welfare associations is to encourage them to take up water conservation, that is rainwater harvesting techniques. A number of resident welfare associations have come forward and the Delhi government incentivizes these schemes by giving them financial help. Another major area of concern is the billing problem which many residents face, and therefore we have incentivized the resident welfare associations to collect the checks from the individual residents and they can deliver those checks in bulk against the bills to the zonal engineer of the area. One scheme under Bhagidari which we propose to take is for the senior citizens living anywhere. Along with the resident welfare associations, we will ensure that our billing clerks, people who are actually giving the bills, go to the house of the senior citizen, present the bill to him after identifying himself, and if the senior citizen wants to pay, facilitate that the money can be paid there and then.
Erstwhile Delhi Vidyut Board has now been unbundled into private distribution companies, and these are also now participating in Bhagidari. Load enhancement has been made easy and faulty meters and cables are being changed in cooperation with RWAs.
Now, this platform of RWAs has been very helpful for us, because what the RWAs does or this Bhagidari does, that they take all these initiatives to the small segment of the consumers. For them it becomes very easy to explain them, and this explanation is one-to-one, because here first they get briefed about the total developments, and not only they get briefed, even our people get briefed of the various problems being faced by them. So this interaction, normally a problem is what? A problem is a communication gap. We all are working towards an aim where there is no communication gap. If communication gap is not there, every system will improve drastically, and I think this is one platform which is helping in that and is very successful.
NCT has involved RWAs in a big way by sharing with them the responsibility of maintenance of community parks, community halls, sanitation services, etc. Repair and maintenance of roads pavements, boundary walls are being undertaken on regular basis through RWAs. Involvement of RWAs in house tax collection showed excellent results. To achieve crime prevention through involvement of RWAs, Delhi Police under Bhagidari has launched several schemes such as Neighborhood Watch Scheme, verification of domestic help and tenants, regulation of traffic through colonies and prevention of encroachments. Like RWAs, several public interest issues have been taken up with market and traders associations. Important among them are issues related with weights and measures, sales tax and various issues pertaining to Industries Department. Regular meetings are held to identify the issues for taking up with concerned government departments.
हमारा भागीदारी से जुड़ने का सबसे अहम मकसद ये था कि हमारे एसोसिएशन की रिकग्निशन गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट में हो और जो हमारी फैसिलिटीज़ हमें नहीं मिल पा रही वो हम अपने लिए मुहैया कराएं उनसे, और साथ में हम लोग गवर्नमेंट को ये बताएं कि हम उनके साथ बढ़कर आगे 2 कदम चलना चाहते हैं और काम उनके साथ मिलकर करना चाहते हैं। जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ हमारी एक नागरिक के तौर पे हैं वो हम करेंगे और जो सरकार की हैं वो सरकार करे। ये हमारा मकसद था और ये हमें इस चीज़ का फ़ायदा भी पहुंचा।
Market and Traders Association have made special arrangements to provide a secured and clean environment to customers, waste disposal in an orderly way, and maintenance of footpaths has become a major area of activity. Shopkeepers are discouraging use of plastic bags and scientifically constructed garbage stations have emerged in place of conventional untidy dumping sites. Parking problems have been sorted out along with regulations of traffic. As a result, shopping has become a pleasure now. Traffic management on Delhi roads has always been a problem for traffic managers. Delhi Traffic Police, a stakeholder in Bhagidari, had achieved remarkable success in regulating the traffic flow in an orderly fashion by taking active support of citizen groups. Thanks to Bhagidari, traffic is not a nightmare for Delhiites now.
हमारे ऑफिसर्स, उनके रेजिडेंट वेलफेयर एसोसिएशंस, मार्केट एसोसिएशंस, ट्रेडर्स एसोसिएशंस और जितनी भी एसोसिएशंस हैं उनके साथ में हम इंटरेक्शन करते हैं और उनकी समस्या सुनते हैं और उनके साथ में हम कई प्रोग्राम करते हैं जिससे कि सभी लोग अवेयर हों। बेसिकली अगर सारे लोग अवेयर हो जाएंगे तो ट्रैफिक रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस को सभी लोग फॉलो करेंगे और जितनी भी रोड्स हैं सारी सेफ कहलाएंगी।
A special program on domestic waste management has been initiated with the help of RWAs to dispose solid wastes in environment-friendly manner. Wastes are being segregated at source level itself. Recycling is being adopted at domestic level to convert the biodegradable waste into useful compost. MCD has made elaborate arrangements to collect biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste by placing appropriate bins outside the residential colonies.
Municipal Corporation of Delhi is very actively involved in this Bhagidari movement, and we find that it has a number of very unique advantages which other initiatives don't have. The most important being that the people come in touch with the government services directly. There are absolutely no intermediaries. For example, we've had a series of Bhagidari workshops over a couple of months on the segregation of garbage. Now, initially it seems to be something which is a very uninteresting or unimportant area. But because we were able to speak to the people directly, because they were able to give us their feedback, what they wanted, and we in turn gave them what exactly they needed, we were able to turn it into something of a really successful program. We had these series of sessions where we taught people how to segregate the garbage, how to recycle it, how to turn it into compost, and how to put the recyclable garbage in such a way that either your rag picker took it or it would recycle back into our lifestyle and into the industry. And we're very happy to say that we have colonies in Mayur Vihar in the IP extension. We have in South Delhi in Vasant Vihar in Defence Colony. In West End we have in West Delhi in Rajendra Nagar, where the people, because of this entire Bhagidari movement, have come to own this initiative, which used to be a government initiative, and now they're actually converting their own garbage in the home into compost, and the balanced garbage they are recycling. So in a sense, you know, this whole concept of picking it up from house to house and taking it to a landfill site, we're able almost to eradicate that.
Empowerment and participation of women is a major area of attention under Bhagidari. RWAs are involving women in decision-making processes by letting them discuss issues particularly related to women. Now, women are participating in overall development activities for making a better future.
काम पहले भी होते थे, लेकिन उसमें बहुत टाइम लगता था। एक एक बार अफसर के पास जाने की बजाय 3-3